Downpour.
So we're shifting
So
through
we're
a
shifting
number
through a
of
number of different
advanced weather words for different kinds of weather.
So we just did smoky and hazy and air quality.
We're going to move into
As we move into things related to rain.
So a downpour
is
is
a short period of very
rain.
heavy rain.
So you can get
caught
in a
downpour.
So when we talk about a downpour, it's a time in the day where it's not raining, and then suddenly it is raining, and then it stops raining. So you'll often hear people say this, there was a downpour. While I was
driving home from work, I had to put the windshield wiper on high.
Or I forgot my umbrella,
and
as I was walking from work to go to the lunch,
I got caught in a downpour.
So basically
a short period of very heavy rains.
If we got
If
a
we got
downpour
a downpour
right now,
it
would
would
increase
or improve,
it would improve
the air quality
because the
downpour would remove
the
smoke from the air.
Hopefully we do
actually get a downpour.
There's two
nice
things
about rain during wildfires.
One, it
puts out wildfire.
And two,
it makes the air quality better.
Torrential rain.
Extremely
heavy rain
that can quickly cause flooding.
Now, you
might think
that because Ontario,
Canada,
the province where I live,
is in the middle of North America,
and it's not in
a tropical area, that we would
not have
torrential rain.
But we do
actually have
once in a while. A couple of years ago
in Toronto,
they had so much rain
that you can see the.
So I just call this the TTC.
I just call it the TTC. I try to think
of a proper name for it. The TTC, or the light rail
system,
was underwater.
They were halfway underwater. You can see the police officers wading through the water. This is
when you wade,
when you wade, it means you walk through water.
So they are wading through water.
WADING.
In order to go and see what's
happening with the train. So torrential rain. Extremely heavy rain that can quickly cause flooding.
On the farm,
we do not like torrential rain.
We like
long, soft rain.
Like if it just rains a little bit
for 12 hours, that's the kind of rain that we prefer.
Scattered showers. So if you look at this
weather map,
you can see.
It's
too big.
It's too big.
Short periods of rain
that happen in some places, but not everywhere.
So if you know
how to read weather radar,
when you see
the red
and the purple,
that's very heavy rain.
And the green
is light rain, and the gray is probably just overcast and not raining,
or it's
maybe just spitting a little bit,
it's a little bit of
a
so scattered showers would be a day like this. It might rain for a bit and then it stops. There might be a downpour and then the sun comes out and then it's rain again. So scattered shower, short period of rain that happens in some places, but not everywhere. This
is American.
Because look at those
temperature. This is definitely an American map. You can see in the forecast scattered showers, storms often possible in the evenings.
Scattered showers,
short periods of rain that happen in some places, but not everywhere.
Severe thunderstorm. So a severe thunderstorm
is a dangerous storm with strong winds, large hail, heavy rain, or even tornadoes.
So it doesn't
have all of those things.
And this is
another thing that has started to happen here in Ontario, Canada, around the world. More often,
Quite often
they'll say severe thunderstorm is this evening. They're forecasting a severe thunderstorm, winds up to 100 kilometers an hour, possibly hail, possibly.
So hail is
when
the raindrops freeze on the way down,
and turn into a little ball of frozen water. They're not that big, by the way.
Hopefully they're just little
tiny
ones.
But anyway, a severe thunderstorm
is not nice.
There's usually lots of thunder, lots of lightning.
There could be
hail.
There's usually
high winds, and then lots of.
And then sometimes a tornado.
And sometimes tornado is just we sometimes call it a twister.
We don't experience those
in my part in Ontario, Canada. But you go west, they do happen from time to time. So severe thunderstorm,
a dangerous storm,
strong winds, large hail, heavy rains, or even tornadoes.
Blustery.
Blustery.
Windy with strong changing gusts of wind. So a couple of words here.
Blustery means
it's raining.
So when you walk outside,
it's windy. You have to lean into the wind.
But blustery also means
the wind,
in my opinion,
changes directions
and speed
quite rapidly.
So as you're walking
through, the wind is blowing here and then blowing here and then here.
And it's like when you walk between a building, the wind hits you from
different directions.
And you might be walking
in the wind and it stops for a little bit. You walk some and it stops.
So blustery, windy with strong changing gusts of wind. Gale force winds. Here we go.
Very strong winds that can damage trees, buildings, and power lines.
So if you
hear on the news
that there's a
storm coming,
and there are going to be a gale force wind,
you need to prepare.
Here's what
I do if they say gale force winds,
which are probably winds above 100
kilometers an hour. I'm not a weather.
What is it? I'm not a
meteorologist.
So don't
quote me on that.
Here's what
Jen and I would do.
We would make sure we have gas for the generator
in case the power goes out. Now I would charge my solar batteries
so that we
have power.
So if my
solar system batteries are at 50%,
I would start bringing them
up to 100% in case the power went out.
We would make
sure, as I stated, that we have gas for the generator. We make sure we knew where our extension cords was.
And we would make sure
on the farm that there was nothing outside that can blow away. Okay.
And then we would
just wait for the storm to come.
And it would not be
super enjoyable.
I do like
a storm. I don't like a storm with gale force winds.
Muggy. Warm and very humid,
making the air feel sticky and uncomfortable.
So I think I've taught this word before.
This is what I always say. Years ago, I went on a trip to South Africa.
And the weather, the temperature was in the high 30s
every day.
But it
wasn't muggy.
And it was actually
not that bad.
When the air is
muggy and it's 36 degrees, it feels much warmer.
And
here's why.
When there's a lot
of moisture in the air,
when the air is warm and very humid,
it makes the air feel sticky and uncomfortable.
Because when you sweat,
your sweat doesn't evaporate as quickly.
At least I think that's why. And it just feels like you have a blanket on. If you've ever experienced
humid, muggy weather, you know what I'm talking about.
It's like going
outside.
And it's 35 degrees, and then it feels like you have a blanket of air on you,
a blanket of air on you, making you even warmer. So muggy, warm, humid, making the air sticky and uncomfortable. Not nice.
Here in Ontario,
it's always humid and always muggy in the summer. That's just part of the weather.
In South
Africa,
it was great.
This was great. I really liked it.
UV index.
Let
me get this as big as possible.
As big as possible.
How strong
the sun's ultraviolet rays are and how quickly they can damage your skin.
So you can see here,
this is the weather forecast for today.
28
degrees, not too bad.
Chance of showers.
Sunny becoming a mix of sun and cloud in the afternoon. High 28. Humidex 31. So you know, see humidex. So it feel like 31. UV index 9
or
very high.
So today will
not be a good day for me with my fair skin
to go outside
without suntan lotion on.
If I went
outside today for a long period of time,
it would be important for me to wear a hat.
I would probably wear a long sleeve thin fabric shirt
to protect myself
from the
UV index. How strong the sun's
ultraviolet rays are, and how quickly they can damage your skin.
Sub-zero. So we're moving into more winter-type terms now. So sub-zero, below 0 degrees Celsius. Sub-zero also a character, I believe, from Mortal Kombat. Whose move is to freeze people. This is my Mortal Kombat move. We also
We
sometimes
just say
zero.
below zero.
So you might hear,
something
like
this on the weather.
Next week we will experience
sub-zero temperature.
Now this is in Celsius. So I don't know what they say in the US. They probably say freezing temperature in the US. But sometimes in Canada you hear sub-zero or you hear freezing temperature or below freezing. So it's cold. The thermometer is going down. Let's say it's 1 degree. And you're watching the weather, and they may say, next week we are going to experience sub-zero temperature. It's going to be very, very cold. Whiteout. I have weather condition. Whiteout. A weather conditions where blowing snow makes it almost impossible to see. We almost always use this word when we're talking about driving conditions in the winter. It can be used to just describe winter weather in general, but usually you hear things like be cautious on your drive to work. There are whiteouts or there are a whiteout condition, meaning that it's snowing, but there's also snow getting picked up by the wind and blowing. It just makes it very, very difficult to see. This picture, in my opinion, doesn't accurately describe it. If this was whiteout condition, you only see one yellow pole. You probably going to see the other ones. It is not very enjoyable to drive when you're driving in a whiteout. It's very, very scary because if you keep going, you might not be able to see the road and you might hit somebody. You can't stop because someone behind you may hit you. So it's very, very dangerous in that situation. Squall. A sudden brief period of strong winds that is often accompanied by snow. So when I was researching this word, it said that squall can be used for any kind of weather, whether strong winds and snow or rain. But in my area, we don't really use the word squall to talk about rain. It's almost always used to talk about snow. And I'm assuming it can be, and maybe some areas they do. But if you said to me it is going to be squall this afternoon, I would assume snow. So again, sudden brief winds. Of strong winds that's often accompanied by snow. We often use this in conjunction with the word whiteout. There will be snow, squalls, and whiteout. So be careful if you are driving in that weather.